Hello, my name's Will from Momentum Group, and I'm super excited to show you our new AI chat and knowledge base bubble template. And I want to show you how this works, tell you a little bit about it. So the reason we built this is obviously AI is a huge and exciting area, and we saw the need to create a ChatGPT style interface, but with a few additional layers that you don't get when you work with ChatGPT. So what we wanted to do is actually add a layer of user roles so multiple people can access the same data and they can work with that. So this would work for a team accessing a knowledge base. It would also work for a coach who wanted to have a lot of different subscribers following them. And so what we've done is we've created this interface. I'm just going to give you a quick demo of how it works. So the first thing is when you start off, you can log in, and just for the demo, we've got a demo user which you can use, but all of the normal authentic flow programs here. Yeah, let's have a look. So this is not logged in as me. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go back and just run this as me so that I can demonstrate this properly. So my user is actually a super user role. So my user has full control over what goes into the knowledge base and the settings of the assistant. But we also have a team member role, so a lower level role that doesn't have this same access. So this is all of the documents that I've uploaded into the knowledge base and into the RAG. And so these are what the chat refers to when it answers your questions. So the first thing you would do is, once you've set up the template, you've added your API keys for OpenAI, you've done a few other things, which we explain in the documentation. Then you would come in here and you would set up your knowledge base. So you can just add new reference materials to the knowledge base. And when you do this, the knowledge base actually ingests that document and stores it into the RAG. And it takes about maybe 20-30 seconds to do that. And this is similar to what you can actually do in the OpenAI ChatGPT style chat. So it can interpret text, it can interpret basic images, it can store that into your RAG or your knowledge base on the OpenAI API. The next thing you can do is you can actually update your assistant settings. So you can select from the different models. You can give your assistant a name, a description, and then also some behavioral instructions. Not only this, but you can also add departments to your app, and that allows you to further segment the responses that are given based on the user's department. The knowledge base is the same. So when you add a reference material, you can select from one or more departments, and you can also select from one or more user roles. At the moment, we've just got 3, but that's easily customizable. Okay, great. So then when you just load up the app, you get this, or you can also click on the chats that you already have. So what I might do is just try something out here so you can see. And so, summary of any issues on the report. You can add multiple lines, enter, submits the message, and you can see we get a little spinner here, and it starts to retrieve the information from OpenAI. I'll just give this a moment to load. This usually takes about the same as the ChatGPT style interface, and this also does stream. You didn't really see it then. That may have been an internet connectivity issue, but this is how it works, and it is returning rich text. And then you can continue to follow this on, and when you follow on, what it's doing is it's using the conversation and then the responses endpoint so that you're minimizing the use of tokens. When you upload this, what it does is it uploads files onto the files endpoint, and then it sends it to the vector store endpoint. When you start to chat, it first of all sends off the question or the comment to the vector store, and it returns any relevant pieces of these articles into the chat, and then it actually executes that conversation or that response, and then it returns this. So that's how the vector store RAG is working in this application. Now on the left, we've got some project management. So I've obviously got all of our chats here, but we've also got our little menu here. So we can add them to projects, we can rename them. Unlike ChatGPT, we've also added in the ability to favorite chats, and we've added the ability to tag chats. So you can add a few different keywords here as well. And that just makes navigating your chats a little bit easier. So I can add my chat to a project. So I've just got one project right now. It's history. And click on that and I can expand my history and create new projects, and I can sort and filter. So I can archive chats, I can view them, I can show only my favorites. So that's a quick summary. I guess just to finish off, we do have user management. So we can add and create users. We can just test. So we can create a test user 2. We'll just make this a team member. Then we have a user management screen. So we can send a password reset. We can force password reset. And we can come in and edit those details as well. And this user, we can update the status. So we can change it from active to archived. We can do that using the archived button. Okay. All right. So that is a summary of our app. If you have any questions, please send us an email. You can head over to momentumgroup.tech/contact to get some support. We're really happy to help you set this up. I have to say, this is one of the more complex templates we've worked on. It is a really, really interesting area, but you will need intermediate to advanced bubble skills to make the most of this. But the good news is, if you just want to get going and you want to make this something that you're implementing, whether it's for your team or for your coaching business or your expert knowledge, or even if it's to help create some more governance visibility over the chat within your context, then reach out to us. We can get it started for you for quite a low price, and we can also make amendments to this template in your particular app as well. And it's actually quite affordable. So, there's no per user cost. You can have 100 users in this app, and you might only be paying $50, $60, $80 per month at this point in time. So it's really, really economical compared to having a ChatGPT team subscription or a Gemini team subscription for everyone in your team. So thank you so much. Please check it out. I look forward to seeing what you build.